Hey everyone, Julia and Ace here discussing another real-world challenge and putting biomimicry to the test. Today we are discussing a subject that hits close to home, urban heat islands. Taipei, a beautiful metropolitan city, one which Julia calls home, has over 2.7 million citizens. Geographically located in a basin surrounded by high mountains in northern Taiwan. It's actually the worst known documented case of an urban heat island, as it's significantly more serious than other cities around the world. As a result, it is several degrees hotter than its surrounding areas and unfortunately only seems to be getting worse. The problem, however, is not necessarily just the heat, it's human behavior and the large population. It's a widely known fact that encouraging more green areas will help regulate/cool the surrounding temperatures, but the impact needed requires the action of a whole city and its communities. The challenge is encouraging citizens to take part in finding a solution to the challenge. How do we create an easy to adopt and simple to manage design that will motivate our citizens to participate in programs that will help us with this serious issue? So, we need to effectively communicate and motivate and regulate temperature. Now remember, we never want to forget how important the context is when we're researching challenges and discovering champion biological connections. A critical piece of context in this picture is that we are working with a smart city. Taipei is strongly interconnected and places a large capital on limiting a carbon imprint specifically by increasing a virtual presence. This is certainly something that can and will play strongly throughout our thinking. Now here's a little visual of our aggregated mind maps, followed by our original individual maps. We ultimately refined our original 6 abstracted design principles per some excellent feedback, and were able to identify which of our ADPs were best applied to metaphorical, literal, and gradient realms. As a result, we were able to refine our 6 design principles into 3 really strong ADPs. Okay, so here we are taking a look at our individual mind maps. Here you'll see mine, which includes some visual information, which helps get my mind going, and then Julia's, which has a wealth of information. We were able to pull all of the strong bits from both of our mind maps. Some areas that focus on meso level solutions, and we were able to pull some really strong metaphorical and literal concepts. In our aggregated visual mind map here, you'll see we brought everything together in kind of a nice visual presentation, more described in our report. But we did ultimately discover that our champion solution for the urban heat island problem with Taipei, Taiwan, is going to be the virtual game. So as a conclusion, that's what we came up with in our discovery process. Take a look at our report and see how far we dove into evaluating this game concept with the